Hi everyone, very good evening to all of you. So welcome to another webinar session from Ginesys. Today's session we will discuss about introducing the new and improved item master module in Zwing Console. Discuss this session, we have our esteemed speaker and panelist, Mr. Ajay Rawat. He's a product analyst. He will give you a brief about what are the new and improvement is done under the Zwing Console. Mr. 𝐷𝐞𝐈 is the CTO on the cloud. He is look after the Zwing operation in terms of product and other operational modules. So I request you, all the speakers and panelists, kindly go ahead and discuss today's session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining today's session. Thank you.
The agenda of today's webinar is about the enhancement that we have done in item master module. So basically, the driver of our enhancements, or we can say the key points that we, based on which we have done the enhancements, are these 4 points. So first of all, there is standardized nomenclature. So basically, if we have any if you have any system, another system where you have mentioned the category labels of the categories, and that we want to keep the same labels as in the Zwing console, so we have provided a feature to add custom labels there in the item master configuration to keep a standardized nomenclature between the two different systems. About the next point, improved product configuration and alignment. So it is basically we have provided global configurations in our Zwing console for the item to create items via any of the modes, whether it is UI or import or APIs. So there are global configurations which needs to be followed throughout the organization. So another one is a simplified product creation and import. So basically, previously there were mixed workflow for the creation of products of variant and standard products. So now we have bifurcated both the variant and standard products workflow. And import, we have made the import also a bit faster and error free, and there are proper validations for each errors. There is a new feature that we have added in this enhancement, that is the automated barcode generation. It was missing in Zwing console. So now you can configure the barcode formats in the item master configuration and basically move on to the item creation flow, and then at that flow the barcodes will be generated automatically. So the next slide is about the key elements of the item master. So in item master module, basically we have to first set up the item master configurations. Then there is a product categories module where we can define the hierarchies that for mapping the categories to the products. We can create standard products, variant products, and use bulk import also for creating these products. Coming to the configurations, so there are 5 configurations and in item master configuration module. So first is the categories module, where you can define the levels of categories. Like you can define what is the depth of your category. The max level for categories is 5 level. And also here you have 2 options. If you want to give a custom label to your categories, you can select the custom labels option, and you can rename the category level 1 to any other option that you want. Next is product attributes. So here we have, by default we give brand and department as a attribute. For attributes, you have a soft limit of 20 product attributes you can add as per your requirement, and after that, if anyone needs more than 20 product attributes, we can, like, based on the requirement, we can do that also as per the support ticket process. Next, there are variant attributes configurations. This is similar to product attributes. Here also we give two default variant attributes that are size and color. And here you can add 3 more attributes. So here the soft limit of variant attributes is 5. Next, there is variant description. So this is a feature that we have added in our deck. So basically, here in the configurations, you need to define whether the product variant description, that is the dimensions of the products, let's say length, width, height, and weight. So these packaging details, if you want to keep optional or mandatory in the item creation flow, that you can define here in configurations. And as per the configuration we have defined, it would become mandatory and optional in the flow. So at last of the configuration module, there is a barcode configuration. So here you can define if you want to keep the barcode configuration as manual or automatic. If the configuration is manual, you will have to enter the barcode manually. In the automatic mode, here you have to in the configuration you will have to define the barcode type and format. So these are the 4 barcode types that we have given the option for, is like EN13, code 39, code 139, custom format. So next is our product categories. So here you can create the product categories by 2 modes. You can manually create from UI. Also, you can use the bulk import feature to import the bulk categories. So you need to define. In create product categories, here you can use the bulk import and UI feature to create the categories. So that in item master configurations, the level we have defined, like we need to keep 4 levels of configuration. Here we need to create all the 4 levels of the categories, and then the category would be available to be mapped with the item while creating the product. So next is the product creation flow. So here we can create the variant products, standard products. We can use APIs or import feature to create the products in bulk. And yeah, so now let's move to the demo session. I will just give a quick demo how it works in the app. So here in the here is a menu in the setup and more. Here you will see the option of item master configuration. From here you can go to the item master configuration screens, and this is the default view that you will see in a fresh org, where you can define the category levels. Like you can increase or decrease the levels, or directly type here like how much categories levels you want to keep. You can click on the custom labels here and define the name of the labels. Like if I keep division, section, department, and article. So if I keep this, and now I have to just save the configuration. So yeah, I'm done with the category configurations, and category configurations are saved. Now the product attributes, basically I can mark I can add the attributes with the plus icon, and just give a attribute name here. Yeah, and I can define the attribute type, like what kind of value I want to store in it. Is it text, is it number, or it would be a date. So also I can mark the attributes as mandatory or optional while creating the attributes. So these will become mandatory or optional based on this configuration while creating the items. Same for variant attributes. I can add or subtract. I can add the new attributes that I want to make. or I can keep. So these are the default attributes, the size and color. Here, this is the variant description that we talked about in the slide in the PPT. So here you can mark the variant description as mandatory or optional. It would make the packaging type mandatory or optional while creating the items. Yeah, just we need to save these configurations. And here is the barcode configuration. So this is the add-on feature of auto generation that we have uh, released. We are going to release now. And here you need to add the barcode type EN30. These are the options. So if I select code 39, I can increase or decrease the length of the barcode. It can be 14, 15, and then these are optional add-ons to the format. If I want to add a prefix to the format, I can just set that how much length of the prefix should be, and I can add the prefix like this. I can add a delimiter to the format. Also, I can add a suffix to the format. So yes, so these formats will be different for different types. So we can set that configuration here and just click on save. So yeah, now I'm done with the item master configuration part. I've configured all the configurations are done. So these are global configurations, and it can be configured once while doing the setup. We cannot update or increase or decrease the categories. We can increase the attributes, but we cannot increase the categories once configured, or we cannot change the barcode type as once it is configured. Now moving on to the product categories section. So here in the products bill and billing section, here is a menu of product categories. Yeah, so now clicking on create new. So here you can see the name of category level has been changed to the division from category level 1. Now I can define the categories here. So this is my root level category, or we can say the division that we have created. Now I will add the subcategories below it to complete the hierarchy. So I have added the section part here. Now going to add the department. So yeah, at last the article, that is our t-shirt. Yeah, now so we are done with the category. We have completed the hierarchy here. Now you can see the hierarchy in the tree view. And besides the hierarchy, you can see the category labels that we configured in item master configurations. So there is a bulk import feature here. You can download the CSV template sample file here, and there you need to just enter the category name that just we defined here. So for complete hierarchy, here in the second row, you can see the required and optional fields that are some of the fields are required, means mandatory for in the import, and some are optional that are defined in the second row. Yeah. Now moving on to the product creation flow. So basically, clicking on products section, you can find here in the products and billing section with the product menu, and clicking on create new button, here you will see two options: standard product and variant product. So first, let's start with the standard product flow. So this is the information tab or the landing page for creating a product. We need to fill the mandatory details. So this is the name of the product. We can select the category from the drop down that we have created in product categories. We can select the tax category here. This comes from the tax masters. So here we can define, like, we have configured the manual barcode configuration. So I can create a barcode here, and here is an option to add multiple barcodes for a product. So if I want to create two barcodes for this product, I can just click on add more and add a new barcode. And here is an option to define which of the barcode should be a primary or secondary. So clicking on set primary will make the barcode as primary barcode, and the other one will be secondary. So here are the options of adding the MRPs and RSP, SSPs, special price and retail special price. So these are optional fields. MRP is mandatory, RSP and SSP are optional fields, but we can add by enabling the toggle button here. Yeah, moving on to the next tab. So all the attributes that are created in item master configuration come here in this tab, and we can create, we can add the values for the product in this tab. So if the value that you need to define add to this item is there in the list, you can just select that value, or if it is not present, you can just type it and click and enter. So this will be added. Same goes for department also. At next, you can add the UOM here, unit of measurement, how you want to measure that product. And then there comes the inventory part, that if you want to allow inventory tracking for this product or not. Enabling the allow inventory tracking toggle will open up all the options related to inventory tracking. So basically, how you want to track the inventory for this product, it asks. So it can be SKU tracking level, or batch tracking, or serial tracking. So clicking on batch tracking means creates the product as a batch product, and the price of that product can be tracked on in two ways, either on the SKU level or on the batch level. While creating the batches, we add some MRPs. Similar goes for serial tracking. So yeah, we can select the price tracking level from here. At another option is allow in negative inventory. So if you want to allow the negative inventory for this product, you can just select here. There are two options to allow negative inventory for a product. Either you can configure it in the policy templates, uh, or you can define separately for a product. So if you select here no use product level settings, it will pick the configuration of allow negative inventory from here, from the product level. You can uh, allow or disable it from here. Next is the product image section. Here you can upload the images of products as per your requirement, and then comes the packaging section. Here you can define the package type, whether it is box or bag. You can add the length, width, height, and weight of the product. At last, there comes the settings. There are some settings for this product about the price override feature and manual discount feature. So if you want to allow user to override the price on this product, you can just select the settings here. If you have selected yes, use policy defined settings, it will pick the configurations from policies. But if it is configured as to be used in the product level settings, you can allow or disable it from here with this toggle, and set the variance limit, that at what variance this the price can be overridden. Similar goes for manual discount also. You can configure it here that how much manual discount, what is the variance for the manual discount. Clicking on save product will save our product here. And yeah, last created products would be like visible at the top of the list. And yeah, now let's go. Let's start with the variant flow here. So all the tab all the process in variant and standard product is similar, just there is a difference in the variant generation part. So that flow we have also that is also a flow that we have changed of variant generation. This is the unit of inventory. I have allowed inventory tracking, and now I will generate the variant. So this is the screen where you can generate the variants, all the variants for variant products. So clicking on generate button would open up the attributes that we have added in item master configuration in the variant attribute section. So it will give you a drop down here. You can select the attribute and add the values. Like if I add the a red value and white value in the color for color. To add next attribute, I have to click on add attribute row button, and here I will select the size. I can say L, M, and S. So based on the combination of these attribute values, the system will automatically generate the variants, and you can hide those variants if not required. Like I don't want to activate some of the variants here, so I will mark them as hidden, and for some that I want to keep I will like edit and add the text mandatory details here, like text category, barcodes. Yeah, so at next there is a feature to copy, like there are multiple variants generated and you want same some values that you want to keep as same in all the variants, like we say HSN code or text categories. So you can use this copy to all feature here. Clicking on this will add all those features to the all the variants there are active. Clicking on save will save this for this variant, and now I just want to add the barcode here in rest of the variants. Yeah. Yeah, now clicking on save product will save this variant product. So here you can see all the three variants are created. Here in the product listing screen also you can see the category labels that we have created are coming with the same name that we have created in the item master configuration: division, section, department, and article. And then you can see the attributes, product attributes and variant attributes added. Yeah, now coming on to the bulk import feature of products. So here you can see there is an option to configure the import template. So here basically we have provided the feature to add multiple products and multiple barcodes while creating a product. So while doing the bulk import, you can just enter the count here and you can download the sample CSV as per the so the CSV will contain that much barcode fields columns. Also, yeah, in the import file here in the second row, you will have the mandatory and optional fields. You can see which of the fields are mandatory, which are optional. And here in the third row, here there is a sample values that would help to while importing the products. So you need to remove these second and third rows and just import the products. So yeah, here is one more thing we can like import. While doing the bulk import, we can import it with the minimum fields, like only the mandatory fields we can add and delete other columns, and we can import them directly. So I have created a sample file. I just need to add the product category in the file, and then I will demonstrate how the import works. So category always tagged. The leaf level category we need to tag with the product. So we need to pick the category code from here and pass here in all products. Yeah, I will click on bulk import, browse the file from system and upload it. So yeah, the file is uploaded, and now the import is in progress. So you can see the loader here, like it shows that the progress of the import file. Yeah, now the file is imported. You can use the hide button to hide the progress here and do other operations if you want. The products imported successfully, and you can see the updated products here are added in the file. So yeah, just a small change also, like the categories, about the category labels that we have added. So all over overall the menus that we have in Zwing Console, here you can see the category levels will be similar, or that we talked about the standard nomenclature. So here I will show you in the assortment part. While creating a product assortment, you can see the category level name. So if I create assortment and I add a row, so here I can see I have the options variant, attribute, barcode, price range, and division. So division is the category, our level 1 category. So instead of category level 1, here you will see division. I will select the category, add the parameter. Now if I want to add another level, so I will see the section here, which is the second level category. So the labels that we have configured in item master configuration would be applied throughout the module, throughout the console, wherever it is applied. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar session. If you have any query or question, you can directly approach to our customer success manager or the executives. Thank you. Thank you for joining today's webinar session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the members as well.